The world is already full of critics. To stand out, be an encourager. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. I believe in looking reality straight in the eye and denying it. It takes writing 1 billion bad words before you get to the good ones. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. Darkness ages faster than you'd think. It doesn't loiter on forever. Life is 10% what you make it, and 90% how you take it. Power is not revealed by striking hard or often, but by striking true. You have to notice the truth in order to be able to avoid it. Over time, hidden truths morph in the dark soil of deceit into something much worse. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Life is a bittersweet journey, my friend, a bittersweet journey. I'm not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. Verily, God does not reward man for what he does, but for what he is. Keep their friends close and their enemies closer. And there are really never endings, happy or otherwise. If you only shine light on your flaws, all your perfects will dim. He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. Time is heavy sometimes. Imagine how heavy eternity must be. When your intentions are pure, so too will be your success. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. There is nothing frightening in the dark if you just face it. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. We need to renew ourselves often. Even temples need renovation. Things joined by profit, when pressed by misfortune and danger, will cast each other aside. A man who knows he is a fool is not a great fool. Remove the clowns from your life before you become one. Strange what being forced to slow down could do to a person. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. What is of the greatest importance in war is extraordinary speed. One cannot afford to neglect opportunity. Everything has to be all right. Maybe not today, but eventually. The truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. Abundance is not the absence of scarcity. It is the presence of abundant mentality. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. Without local guides, your enemy employs the land as a weapon against you. Whether we fall by ambition, blood, or lust, like diamonds, we are cut with our own dust. The whole house seemed to exhale a melancholy breath of emptiness. Better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. First learn to become invincible, then wait for your enemy's moment of vulnerability. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Follow your heart. You may go astray, but your life will find its direction somehow. What is to be, will be, and no prayers of ours can arrest the decree. Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Heaven is like an egg, and the earth is like the yolk of the egg. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Do not look for healing at the feet of those who broke you. Life is worth living as long as there's a laugh in it. We are good to others only because we think that that is or will be good for us. Success is a flower that doesn't grow in everyone's garden. Success is defined in units of fun. It's all about being happy. It is the privilege of the gods to want nothing, and of godlike men to want little. 10 seconds, that's all it takes for life to throw you a curveball. Fear is nothing more than a negative assessment of risk. And remember, no matter where you go, there you are. If we don't change the direction we are headed, we will end up where we are going. If you appreciate the small things, you're likely to get the big ones. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Man is an animal who has to live in a lie in order to live at all. If you can dream it, you have the innate ability to make it a reality in your life. Do more listening than talking. Talk more about them than about you. This place has only 3 exits, sir: madness and death. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Sometimes life is too hard to be alone, and sometimes life is too good to be alone. Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. People ought to fight to keep their law as to defend the city's walls. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. Sometimes, not getting what you want is a brilliant stroke of luck. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Don't leave it all unsaid, somewhere in the wasteland of your head. Don't chase. Elevate your game and be someone worth chasing after. Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one. The man who has forgotten self may be said to have entered heaven. Fear not the path of truth, for the lack of people walking on it. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. Judge your success by what you had to give up in order to get it. Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we've touched. You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. You must accept the truth from whatever source it comes. Now I know what success is: living your truth, sharing it. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. In conflict, straightforward actions generally lead to engagement. Surprising actions generally lead to victory. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Conformity to the present is invisibility to the future.